5 weeks have been hell on earth. So how did I lose 6 stone in 12 months? Good evening guys. So I'm actually filming this at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday morning because I don't sleep. So for those of you that are new here and don't know much about my journey, I just wanted to do a quick how I lost 6 stone in 12 months. And at the end of this video, I have got a big update for you guys. So pretty much 12 months ago, I started Mounjaro. Now, this wasn't a decision that I took lightly. I had been overweight, obese, whatever you want to call it, my whole life. Now, I'm talking from childhood. I have tried every single thing you can think of. Weight Watchers, we are talking Slimming World, we are talking Slim Fast, the Cambridge diet, starving myself, like you name it, we have tried it. Nothing has ever worked. So my option at that point was we either go abroad and we get surgery or we try Mounjaro. Now, if Mounjaro hadn't have worked, I was about to book my surgery. I'd already researched into it. I was going to go to Egypt. It was going to be a thing. So glad I didn't do that. So I started Mounjaro, was very, very apprehensive. Oh, side note, I also invested in a walking pad, treadmill, whatever you want to call it, at home that I brought through my TikTok shop, and I walked every single day. Every single day. I very, very quickly started dropping the pounds. Food noise was duller. Now, for those of you that don't know what food noise is, it kind of just stops you thinking about food. That had pretty much gone. Now, Mounjaro makes you feel suppressed. Now, the whole way through my journey, I have never had full suppression to the point where I've not wanted to eat. Now, whether that's a good thing, whether that's a bad thing, I'm not sure. I worked my way up to 15 milligram, which was the highest dose. Now, up to around 4 weeks ago, I was on 15 milligram. Things were going great, and then Mounjaro crisis, the price hikes. This was not the news that we all wanted to hear. People started bulk buying, panic buying. I couldn't get a pen. I was due my next 15 milligram pen and I could not get hold of it. And I ended up having a gap of around 4 weeks without being on a pen. Then I saw the price hikes, and for 15 milligram, you were looking at between £300 to £400 a month. That is a lot of money. For someone that has been on Mounjaro for 12 months, I pretty much went cold turkey, and that is not a thing to do. So I was off it for around 5 weeks. And I was always that person that said, I don't want to be on maintenance. When I get to my goal, I'm going to come off it. I can do it myself. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you on a level. These last 5 weeks have been hell on earth. And there's no shame, and I'm not going to sit here and be afraid to admit that. It has been so bloody difficult. The food noise has been awful. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it was worse than before I started. I think you just forget. 12 months is a long time. You just forget how bad it ever was. So I have just been really struggling. Mounjaro has changed my life, and the thought of being without Mounjaro now actually scares me. And that's really sad because I obviously haven't figured out the psychology between my relationship with food yet. Like, we're not there. We haven't figured out what the issues are. We haven't figured out strategies to be able to work with that. We just haven't got there yet. And again, I'm not embarrassed to say that. I'm not ashamed. This is bloody hard. Like, unless you've been overweight, you will never know the struggles. You will never know the emotion behind it. Like, it's just so difficult. It's not like a drug. It's not like alcohol where you can go cold turkey, you can stay away from it. You can't not eat. Like, food is part of your survival. You have to eat to survive. So it's really, really tricky with losing weight, being overweight, and trying to find that balance. With all that in mind, I'm back on MJ. I'm back on. 5-week gap and I'm back on it. I literally just can't. I spoke to my provider and I've gone back on 7.5 because I had such an easy ride all the way through in terms of side effects and symptoms. I had very minimal, by the way. If you want me to go into greater depth about my actual Mounjaro journey and like side effects and all that, I can do a separate video on that. Just let me know in the comments. I've had a pretty smooth ride. So they were like, you know what, we feel comfortable, you can go on to 7.5. Because another thing I was like dreading is I'm at 15, I'm at the top of my dose, I'm going to have to go all the way back to 2.5 again and start that cycle again. So they were like, no, on 7.5, which I took on Monday. It is now Saturday. I have been very ill for 3 days. Now, I don't know if it's MJ related, I don't know, or whether I've caught a bug, but my stomach, let's just say I ain't been out the toilet for 3 days. I don't know what it is. I'm just going to leave it a little bit and then jab and see what happens. But it could be the fact that I've gone back on 7.5. It could be the fact I've just picked up a bug. I'm not embarrassed. I actually feel that sense of relief that I've got a little bit of control back. Is the food noise there? Yes. Is it as strong as it was 7 days ago? No. Am I suppressed? Not really. But it's just took that edge off, which I think is what I need. I just needed those noise defenders on to just muffle that noise a little bit. But yeah, that is the update with me, guys. If you have any questions for me about my journey, like, we are on YouTube, we can talk very openly and honestly about my journey on here, which we can't do on TikTok anymore, which makes me really sad. Let me know in the comments anything you want to know, any burning questions. Don't forget to like, subscribe. And yeah, that is my update.